So all of this really started in 1999 when I got assigned to 3rd Ranger Battalion at Fort Benning, Georgia. We started chasing wood ducks on beaver ponds around Fort Benning. Being from Arkansas, I knew there were better opportunities elsewhere, and I kept telling everybody we gotta go to Arkansas where they do this right.
Sean was asking us to go duck hunting with him. Didn't care nothing about it. We fished. I didn't have waders. I had an old 870 pump shotgun. Went out there, shot that box of number 6 shot and crippled one wood duck, and I had a blast, man. It was so much fun because the wood ducks was in your face. It was just a lot of fun. And he's like, if you think this is something, y'all need to come with me to Arkansas.
A couple years passed, 9/11 occurred, and we deployed right away.
18 October 2001, Sean and 198 of his closest friends jumped into Objective Rhino and started the global war on terror. We started coming up here after we got back from the deployment. We was able to come up here and make a boomerang trip over Martin Luther King weekend, kill 17 ducks out at Pat Demmer's place, and we thought it was the best thing ever. And could shoot a rifle pretty good, but wasn't really too good with a shotgun. And it was like us all getting back together and just kind of checking on each other. Like, you good? How you feeling? Everything all right? And we could tell, you know. So it's just a way to let our hair down. Well, that 10th year, we said, you know what we need to do? We need to bring some more people out here to enjoy this. Just let them feel and see what we're doing.
We continued to deploy, and we continued to save this weekend. And our duck numbers steadily improved over the years. And then as they did, we realized that it wasn't as much about duck hunting as it was about just being together. We had all gone to separate assignments. We're doing more deployments with other units. And it was just a chance to come back together with friends that you had shared some hard days with and make sure everybody was okay and laugh.
So that next year we did, and we brought 25 guys out that next year, kind of out of our pocket and out of Sean's dad. We went from them first 25 guys, and we're hosting up to 200 guys now. And we have expanded from just Arkansas duck hunts to turkey hunts, hog hunts, deer hunts. We've got some great patrons that help us out. They take some of the guys hunting on high fence deer hunts and down in Texas. So we've expanded more than just Arkansas, but the hub being in Arkansas and duck hunting being the main thing that we're after. So we're able to do what we do because of great patrons who's just great Americans that loves what the boys do, maybe didn't have a chance to serve, and whenever they hear the stories and they hear our guys, they want to do something and help out. So I mean, and people ask all the time, how can we help? What can we do? We want to do something. You know, you guys are, you know, these boys and girls are great in what they're doing for America. How can we help? Whenever the Special Operations soldiers comes in here, they don't have to have anything. All they need to buy to have skin in the fight for them is their hunting license.
I had deployed 8 times, twice to Iraq, 6 times to Afghanistan, until I was medically retired from the Ranger Regiment. Was trying to reintegrate back into the civilian world. It is extremely difficult to make that transition from having constant professionals surround you. Everyone that you work with embodies the team mentality. To transition out to a culture where it is it's an individual race. When the season's over, it's a race to get water off so we can dry property out. So that way I can start thinning out the brush, I can start fixing blinds, I can start recovering equipment, start doing inventories, putting feeders up and hanging deer stands and running trail cameras and buck to doe ratio on our populations and fleet maintenance.
To me, it's not necessarily about the duck hunt anymore. It's nothing else you can do. Any kind of hunting I don't think you can do that has the healing power that duck hunting has, because you're there with each other. You can talk to each other. You know, when the birds are working, be quiet and work the birds, and then shoot the birds and high five and carry on and go get the birds and watch the dog work. That's what it's about. Getting up in the morning early, watching the sun come up, seeing the birds come alive, see the morning taking effect, see the next day the Lord will give you. And then in the evening, sitting around the campfire, eating a good dinner, appreciating the day and watching that sunset and maybe smoking a cigar and just talking about, and then everybody's just gotten so much lighter and just feels so much better. And the next day's even better, and the next day's even better.
The groups that we bring in, we try to bring in for people that have shared hard times. They come in here, they think they're going to go to a double-wide trailer and sleep in a fart sack and cook beanie weenies on a camp stove, and they walk in and see a nice modern facility, and some of them are just overwhelmed. This is for me. It is. It's only for you. You, the only ones that can use it.
We had a group of guys come in on Friday. On Sunday morning, we had no less than 1,500 birds in the decoys 10 minutes before shooting line. It was a show that I had never seen myself. There were a bunch of teal. You could hear them peeping, you could hear the wings whistling, you could hear them splashing on the water. And these guys are standing there amazed that we haven't been discovered yet. And we had another group come in, and it was a big group. It was probably about 200 birds. And they came in fast, and they sat down, and they were gonna sit on our feet. I said, shoot them. And nobody moved. Nobody even lifted their gun up. They were just in such shock of what we were witnessing and such awe of it. So I said, shoot them. And then finally the guy on the right said, I'll shoot him. And then he shot one time, and just shy of 2,000 birds lifted up off the water in front of us, and nobody fired their gun, not one person. And that was when they started talking amongst themselves. They were talking about the beauty of the hunt. They were talking about the opportunity of the hunt. You know, it was a life-changing moment for them. And that's why we have the motto, Nature Heals, because it truly is a healing experience. After that shock wore off, we started shooting some ducks.